Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB Daily Fantasy Preview for today, the 27th of August. I will be taking a look at everything you need for your daily fantasy games on DraftKings today. I will be looking at starting pitchers, stacks of the day, how we can construct a lineup to maximise our point scoring potential, foundation players who can be used who should be used, should I say, as a foundation for a winning lineup, and a value player at each position. For anyone that hasn't had the opportunity to sign up and play daily fantasy sports with DraftKings yet, I'll pop a link in the description for this video that will enable you to do that today. Starting pitchers today, there does seem to be quite a lot around that I think is usable. Jameson, I don't think you need to go, it's too expensive either. Jameson Taillon of Pittsburgh for $9,900. He comes on into this off a career high number of 8 strikeouts in 8 innings against Houston, and he draws the Milwaukee Brewers today, one of the few lineups that actually strike out with more regularity than the Houston Astros. Taillon has been very good of late with a 2.35 ERA over his last 7 starts, and while he isn't elite in the strikeout department with 60 in 74 innings this year, we can expect a similar uptick to around 1 per inning like he got against the Astros, and we hope that he'll work just as deep into this game as well. I think Taillon looks an excellent play. Irvin Santana of the Minnesota Twins for $9,700. I want to say he lacks upside on strikeouts. I mean, he's got 109 this year in 140.2 innings, but he does seem to have transformed in recent starts. His record's only 3-3, but he's got a 1.89 over the last 7 starts. He comes into this game off a 10 strikeout outing against the Kansas City Royals, which is not easy to do. They don't strike out a lot. With Toronto's bats having been spotty for a little while, obviously they did explode last night with a lot of runs. He is worthy of a look today. I certainly wouldn't call him my favourite play today, but he's, as I say, he's certainly worth looking at. Anthony Desclafani of the Cincinnati Reds for $8,400, while the unbeaten run after activation from the disabled list is now over with 2 defeats in his last 3 starts. Desclafani has still been solid. He's got a 3.27 ERA on the year. He enters this game with 75 strikeouts in 85 1/3 innings pitched. He will face a Diamondbacks lineup that ranks in the top 5 for outs via strike 3 in baseball this year. The park isn't offering assistance, but I do think for a mid-price range pitcher, he's a fairly solid and reliable pitching option on this plentiful pitching day. Blake Snell of the Tampa Bay Rays for $7,600. This play comes with some risk. Snell has failed to get past the 4th inning in 2 of his last 3 starts, and he has walked 13 batters over the last 3, resulting in an unsightly 1.59 whip. If he can cut down the walks against an Astros lineup that strikes out regularly and has had some struggles with lefties, there is huge upside for this pitcher with 69 strikeouts in 65 1/3. He's still got a 2.67 ERA over 7 starts, and as I say, if control is going to be part of his armoury today, I think he's got double-digit strikeout upside, and for $7,600 could look extremely cheap. Chad Green of the New York Yankees for $5,300. This is a stunning price. I cannot say Green against the O's sits easy with me, but a lineup that strikes out as often as Baltimore against a pitcher with 45 strikeouts in 39 1/3 innings this year, coming off a stretch of 1 earned run over his last 2 outings for this price, has got to be used somewhere. Of course, if you do want to pay up for the salary at pitcher, Danny Duffy's a 5-figure price today. He's a left-hander going against the Boston Red Sox with strikeout upside, and we know that Boston can struggle with left-handers. Stacks of the day today, there are two, we'll call them mini stacks, because there's only really sort of 3 players that I'm stacking on each stack, but the Tampa Bay Rays will face Dallas Keuchel in Houston. Keuchel hasn't enjoyed success against the Rays throughout his career. He's 0-4 lifetime with a 5.11 ERA. The Rays have hit lefties well all year, so we will look for Keuchel to struggle here, though obviously the last time I took Keuchel to struggle, he did throw a complete game shutout against Texas. Did follow that up with 6 earned runs against St. Louis, though. I will take third baseman Evan Longoria for $4,400. He's on the right side of the platoon, hitting .288 with 30 homers this year. He's got 3 home runs in his last 7 games. Second baseman Logan Forsythe at the top of that lineup for $4,300. He's on the right side of the platoon, hitting .271 with 16 homers. He's got 6 bombs in his last 15 games. And outfielder Steven Souza for $3,100. He's also on the right side of the platoon, hitting .240 with 13 homers this year. The other stack I want to make use of is the Pittsburgh Pirates facing off against Jimmy Nelson at a nice hitter's yard in Milwaukee. Nelson finally won a game his last time on the hill behind a solid start, so his record over the last 7 games now stands at 1-6 with a 7.15 ERA. It's going to take more than 1 start to convince me that he's rediscovered his early season form, which was, as I said all along, temporary. The metrics did say there was regression coming, but it's possibly gone a bit far the other way now. I'm going to take the Pirates outfield to do some damage at the top of their lineup here. Outfielder Starling Marte for 5,300, 304 hitters, 7 homers, adds to the upside with 43 stolen bases this year. Outfielder Gregory Polanco for 5,300, he's on the right side of the platoon, hitting 272 with 19 homers on the year. And Andrew McCutcheon to complete the outfield, 4,700 today, hitting 250 with 18 homers on the year. The last 7 games, he's hit 320 with a homer. My foundation plays today at first baseman is Joey Votto of the Cincinnati Reds in Arizona. It's a nice yard. He's 5,100 today. He's on the right side of the platoon, hitting 310 with 20 home runs this year, 455 with a homer in the last 7. Matt Carpenter of St. Louis is my second baseman. He also qualifies at third for 5,200. He has the platoon. It's very good against a righty. 282 hitter with 16 bombs on the year. Third base is Justin Turner of the Dodgers for 4,600, 274, 24 home runs. Obviously, he's got the reverse platoon in play. He's better against right-handed pitching. He's got 5 home runs in his last 15. Teammate Corey Seager at shortstop for 5,200 of the Dodgers. Platoon advantage. 323 hitter. He's hitting 500 with a homer in his last 7 games. And in the outfield, I'll take Marcell Ozuna, a bust out of his mini slump of the Miami Marlins, 4,700. He's on the right side of the platoon as well. 276 hitter with 22 homers this year. For my value plays today, another player who's in a slump that I'm going to take to bust out is Wilson Ramos of the Washington Nationals for 3,700. Conditions look pretty good today in the capital again. He has a home run and the platoon against Jorge De La Rosa. He's hitting 312 with 19 homers on the year. When he's hitting, he is, and even those numbers are amongst the best you're going to find at catcher. First baseman is the perpetually undervalued Brandon Belt of the San Francisco Giants for 3,600. Has 2 home runs off of Mike Foltynewicz. He's on the right side of the platoon, hitting 276 with 14 homers this year. Second baseman Ryan Schimpf of the San Diego Padres gets the hit away from Petco today, $4,000. He's on the right side of the platoon, 228 with 15 homers this season. His last 7 games he's hitting 304 with 3 homers. Third baseman struggled with third base value today. I took Matt Duffy of the Tampa Bay Rays for 3,100. He's on the right side of the platoon against Dallas Keuchel, who I do think could struggle today. He's hitting 264 with 4 homers and 8 steals on the year. He has been hitting 321 over his last 15 games though, so there are signs of life. Shortstop Brandon Crawford of the San Francisco Giants. He's hitting he's $4,000 today. He's hit 2 home runs off of Mike Foltynewicz as well. 272 hitter with 11 home runs. And to complete it today, the outfielder is Jock Pederson of the Dodgers for 3,900. He's also on the right side of the platoon. He's been slumping a little bit recently as well, but he's 245 hitter on the year. And he's got 18 home runs, so we know he can hit the ball out of the yard. That is what I've got for you today. Best of luck with your lineups. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video. Hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups and have a great day.